Today again there are some technical problems. My video and this is not working. I don't know why, so I'm using the old one. So video is little lesser quality. And also Devaki came. She said yesterday I said that I will speak more on Sanatana Goswami, but I don't remember saying this. But anyway, since she came, what I did not mention yesterday, I was speaking more fast. What I did not mention is when Sanatana Goswami was doing Govardhan Parikrama every day, then when he became old, it was difficult for him due to tiredness. So Krishna came in the form of cowherd boy and was fanning him, and also he told him, now you became old. So he brought one stone from Govardhan mountain and told him, if you will just circumambulate this Shila, then it will be same as circumambulating Govardhan. So then he disappeared. Then Sanatana Goswami understood that Krishna himself came and gave him that Govardhan Shila so that he could do parikrama of that Shila. That Shila is now in Radha Damodar temple. And also one time in Gokul Mahavan, Sanatana Goswami was doing bhajan there, and he saw some cowherd boys, they were playing, and then one came, he was very beautiful, and Sanatana Goswami was attracted. And then he followed that boy, and that boy entered into Madan Mohan temple there. And when Sanatana Goswami entered there, there was no boy there, nothing. So he understood that Krishna appeared in the form of that cowherd boy, and then he entered there in Diti. Krishna himself came. And when Rupa Goswami was cooking for Sanatana Goswami, he wanted to make kheer for him, but he had no ingredients. So one girl came and she gave him all the milk, ghee, rice, sugar, and those spices, camphor and cardamom and all those which are for kheer. So when Sanatana Goswami tasted that kheer, then he was overcome by ecstatical symptoms and very powerful. Then he asked Rupa Goswami from where he got those ingredients. Then Rupa Goswami described that girl. Then Sanatana Goswami could understand by his devotion that actually Radharani came. So he became very sad. No, this is not good that Radharani is serving me. I am her servant. So you should not do this anymore, he told to Rupa Goswami. And another pastime was there in Chakleshwar. Mahadev is there. That is on the bank of Manasi Ganga. That is still there. One Gaur Nityananda temple is there, and also one Shiva named Chakleshwar. So there Sanatana Goswami was doing bhajan, chanting and also writing different scriptures. But he was disturbed because of so many mosquitoes there. He could not concentrate properly. Then he decided that I will go to some other place. But then Shiva appeared to him and told him, no, please don't go some other place. Please remain here with me. From today on, there will be no more problem with mosquitoes. So really, after that, there were no mosquitoes there. By the grace of Shiva, he wanted to have association of Sanatana Goswami there. So Sanatana Goswami is not ordinary devotee. And another pastime also is there. There was one Brahmin, Jivan Chakravarti, very poor, and he came from Bengal to Varanasi and was worshipping Vishwanath, Shiva, Mahadev, for getting wealth. And he was worshipping, then one day Shiva appeared to him in dream and told him, yes, if you will go to Vrindavan to Sanatana Goswami, there you can get wealth. So this Brahmin was very happy and he came to Vrindavan and was asking, where is Sanatana Goswami? So they showed him, and Sanatana Goswami was sitting under a tree and very thin and lean and with only one lower cloth and one upper this, and also that was old and torn. So this Brahmin was surprised. He's Sanatana Goswami and he's supposed to give me wealth? How is it? I think I will have to give him something. He's so poor. So anyhow, he went to him and said, I was sent by Shiva, your Sanatana Goswami, that you will give me wealth. Then Sanatana Goswami smiled and said, how I can give you wealth? You see, I'm staying under a tree. I am having only this one cloth and I'm begging for my food. It is true that before, when I was Prime Minister, I had a lot of money. And also I was giving in charity to many Brahmins. I was giving many things. But now you see, I don't have any. So I don't know why Shiva sent. Then that Brahmin first thought maybe that was only my illusion, my speculation, that dream. And he was a bit sad. He was going away. But Sanatana Goswami was thinking, why Shiva sent him to me? Then suddenly when thinking, he suddenly remembered, oh yes. And he called that Brahmin. And Brahmin, come. Yes, now I remembered. Maybe this is what Shiva meant. There, you see in that garbage there, in that rubbish, there is one philosopher's stone, Sparsha Mani, touchstone. If you touch that stone to some iron, it will become gold. Then he told him, you can search there in that garbage. I forgot, I totally forgot it is there. So now I remembered, so you can go and find. So he found it and he tested on his one bangle iron and really it became gold. Then he was very happy and he thought, now I'm the most fortunate person in the whole world. And he was thinking, and very happily he was going away from Sanatana Goswami, but because he was blessed by Shiva, because he was simple-hearted, so he also got some intelligence from Shiva. Then he thought, how is it that Sanatana Goswami is so poor, he's staying under a tree, he's begging for food and torn cloth, and he had this philosopher's stone and he forgot about it, and also it was kept there in some garbage. How is it? Why? How is this possible? He must have something better, otherwise it is impossible. So by the grace of Shiva he got this intelligence and he went back to Sanatana Goswami and told, I think you have something better, otherwise it is impossible to live like this and to forget about this stone. Then he said, yes, I have something better. Then that Brahmin said, you please give me. I have greatest wealth. Really, I have the greatest wealth. Then that Brahmin said, you please give me. Then Sanatana Goswami said, if you really believe in my words, that I have some greater wealth, then if you have faith in my words, then you throw this touchstone in the river Jamuna, in the middle. Means you will never see it again. So this is one kind of test. Before getting initiation, one must have firm faith in Krishna and also in Guru. He must be surrendered soul. Then Guru can give what he has. So he threw it, and he surrendered to Sanatana Goswami, and he said, yes, greatest wealth is Krishna Prema. So I will give you Harinam, by which, by chanting, you can awaken that Prema in your heart. After getting Krishna Prema, there is nothing more to be achieved. That is greatest wealth, because that will make you really happy and eternally, and also all necessities will be automatically fulfilled. Even what is required for this body when we are in this world, everything is provided by Krishna. So that wealth. So he gave him Harinam initiation, and that was really true. It was proved when Akbar or some ruler, I forgot the name, I think Akbar, he came with the ship from his capital Agra on Jamuna to Vrindavan for some visit. Then when they were going, they lifted that anchor, and that anchor was golden. Why? Because he touched that stone there. Before it was iron, but now it was golden. So then that Akbar engaged all his soldiers and all those associates to try to find it, but they could not find it. But it was proved that it was there. So the greatest wealth is Krishna Prema. That is actually also Mahaprabhu told to Sanatana Goswami in Sanatana Shiksha. That verse, once Gurudev also told me, I will read it to you in Bangla. 1 second. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when teaching Sanatana Goswami in Varanasi for 2 months, then he was explaining about our relation with Krishna and about process by which one can attain prema. So you will see it is very nice verse. Yes, this verse. Ebe sadhan bhakti lakhon shuno sanatam. Jaha hoite pai Krishna prema mahadham. Gurudev told me once on the phone this verse. That, my dear Sanatan, please now hear about the regulative principles for the execution of devotional service, means sadhana bhakti. By this process, one can attain the highest perfection, love of Godhead, which is the most desirable treasure, or mahadham, real wealth. That time Gurudev told me, you do this sadhana, you will get mahadham, that is greatest wealth, not this worldly money, this is nothing. But that wealth you will get by sadhana, Krishna Prema. So it was proved what Mahaprabhu taught Sanatana Goswami. Then Sanatana Goswami had that, and he also gave to this Brahmin, and he accepted. So first there is sadhana bhakti, then there is bhava bhakti and prema bhakti. So sadhana bhakti is regulated devotional service under the guidance of Guru and scripture. Then when we will remove all other desires and offenses, and will become fully attached to Krishna with strong desire to serve him, that will be awakened in us, then another that Raganuga platform will come. There also will get guidance, but of different type. So step by step we have to go. So Srila Sanatana Goswami ki Jai. Devaki wrote here, this Srila Prabodhananda Saraswati, some are saying that this disappearance today. I was checking in the book of Gurudev, but I could not find the date, and also it is not on our calendar or other calendars, so I don't know from where they got that date. There is no harm in remembering Prabodhananda Saraswati. He not only there is no harm, it is all auspicious to remember the Vaishnava. He is Tunga Vidya Saki in Krishna Lila, not ordinary person. First he was playing the pastime of being sannyasi of Ramanuja line. He is the uncle of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. In South India, Venkata Bhatta is the father of Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and his brother is Prabodhananda Saraswati. So when Mahaprabhu came there, and when he saw that Chaturmasya started, so Venkata Bhatta invited Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu accepted his invitation because he knew that he is pure in character. He's following all the rules and regulations of Vaishnavism, no onion, garlic, and these things, and other things, purity, so Mahaprabhu accepted. So there also Gopal Bhatta Goswami was serving Mahaprabhu, and you know, Venkata Bhatta had some pride that Lakshmi Narayana are supreme. They are never born, but Krishna is born in this world, so that is avatar. So I am superior worshipper and Mahaprabhu is inferior. Then Mahaprabhu one day, mildly and jokingly, politely, he asked that question, that why your Lakshmi Devi so opulent and my gopis, they are poor cowherd girls, so why she wanted to get association of Krishna? Then Venkata Bhatta said, there is no fault in this because Krishna and Narayana are same person, so there is no breakage of chastity, so there is no problem, no fault. Then Mahaprabhu said, yes, it is not what I meant to ask, but that is correct. So that is okay, but now again I'm asking, why even after trying, Lakshmi Devi could not attain Rasa Lila of Krishna? Why? Then Venkata Bhatta could not answer, and he was distressed. Then Mahaprabhu pacified him and told him, you yourself said that Krishna and Narayana are same, but according to Rasa Vichar, consideration of Rasa, there are 5 rasas in Krishna in full, in Narayana only 2.5. So in that consideration he is superior, and Radharani and all gopis, they are superior worshippers. So Lakshmi Devi, she was worshipping Krishna in mood of awe and reverence. That is why she could never attain Krishna. But Shrutis, Upanishads, and those rishis in Dandakaranya forest who saw Ramchandra, and they became attracted to him and wanted to worship him in the mood of husband. But Ramchandra said, no, not in this lila. In this lila I am accepting only one wife. But I bless you that you can be born in Brajadham from the womb of gopis. There you can get this service. There I accept this service from many. So by that blessing they got, and Shrutis also Upanishads, because they took shelter of the gopis, their anugatya. They followed them and imbibed or got that mood, so they can worship, they can get Krishna, his service in that way. But Lakshmi Devi could not. So that does not mean Lakshmi is bad, but it is only shown by pastime that according to one's rasa, he will get appropriate object of worship, and Supreme Lord is satisfied with that devotee in that service. So only it was shown that according to the mood of worship one will get. So when Mahaprabhu was explaining all this, then that whole family, Prabodhananda Saraswati and Venkata Bhatta and all family members, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, all they became worshippers of Radha Krishna, converted from Lakshmi Narayan. And then Prabodhananda Saraswati also initiated Gopal Bhatta Goswami in Radha Krishna worship, and he was staying in Vrindavan, that Kamyavan, and he wrote many scriptures very dear to Gauriya Vaishnavas, but they are that Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi, that is a bit high topic about servitude to Radharani in the mood of Manjari, that is high. And also he wrote about Navadip glories and the glories of Vrindavan, so many books, very beautiful books. Some people, they mistake Prabodhananda Saraswati with Prakashananda Saraswati, but that is not correct. They are in the book of Gurudev and also articles of Puri Maharaj and others. It is clearly shown that that is not proper, because the years and the place and everything is not matching. It is true that Prabodhananda Saraswati wrote after Radha Rasa Sudhanidhi that if one will hear this, he can be rescued from Mayavad. But that does not mean that he before was playing the pastime of being Mayavad. Only it means that Mahaprabhu is so graceful and Krishna and Radharani that even someone who has such wrong conceptions can be rescued. So that Prabodhananda Saraswati and other also qualities there, pastimes, there in the book of Gurudev, there are more, there it is more written. So there is, it is good to remember Vaishnava. Jai Shila Prabodhananda Saraswati ki Jai. And we are hearing Bhagavad Gita about Bhakti Yoga. We heard yes, yesterday also we heard it is all connected. No, when we were hearing, Krishna told to Arjuna, concentrate then thy mind on my eternal beautiful human form. Fix thy pure intelligence in my service and rely on me alone. Then undoubtedly thou shalt attain eternal habitat with and pure love for me, the ultimate end of sadhana bhakti. So by sadhana bhakti, we can awaken that pure love for Krishna. So here Krishna is saying, fix your mind on my eternal beautiful form. Now in Kali Yuga, we have this scope, most easy process, that Krishna appeared as his name, which is non-different from him. So if we will just chant his name and avoiding tenfold offenses, then all our heart, everything will be purified, and automatically from that name, form of Krishna will appear automatically, and you will be attentive to him, and all the qualities and pastimes, everything will automatically appear. So there is no need to separately artificially try to think or imagine or something. No, it will automatically reveal if we chant Harinam, avoiding tenfold offenses. It will be revealed, and that is the best sadhana. Mahaprabhu himself told to Sarup Damodaraya Ramananda, Shuno, Horshe Prabhu Kochen, Shuno Sarup Ramanaya. Kalau Nama Sankirtan Parama it is the best means in this Kali Yuga, Nama Sankirtan. So you do this, and then he spoke about Chikastaka. That is best sadhana. So only this one verse I will read, the 9th verse. Athachitam samadhatum na shaknoshi mayi stiram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichaptum dhananjaya. Know do, O Arjuna, that pure love is the eternal function of the pure soul, entirely devoted to me. It requires constant practice to realize this. But if thou, O Dhananjaya, canst not concentrate on me with firm and steady mind, then seek to realize me by Abhyas Yoga, which consists in the constant retraction or withdrawal of the mind from worldly affairs and its concentration on me, the Supreme Lord. Here there is some note. The force of the term Dhananjaya in the above shloka is that Arjuna has conquered his foes, enemies, and acquired riches. That is okay. But he is now to conquer his mind, the greatest of foes, and acquire the wealth of concentration on the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. You see how everything is connecting today. We may have this worldly wealth, one who got Dhananjaya, he got all. But that is another thing. This is another thing. We have to, by sadhana, bhakti, we have to conquer our mind. When our mind is not conquered, he is the greatest enemy. When he is conquered, then he is friend. He will assist in devotion. So it requires abhyas yoga. When mind is thinking something else, then we have to bring it back to concentrate on Mahamantra. And then again it will go, again we have to practice this. Repeatedly we have to practice concentration on Mahamantra. Then gradually, when the more heart will be purified, then by the grace of Krishna, our mind will be subdued. Arjuna asked before, it is very difficult. Krishna said, yes, it is difficult, but it is not impossible. By Abhyas Yoga, by repeated practice, sadhana, by concentrating on me and detaching from all other things, you, by this practice repeatedly, then you can conquer your mind. When mind is conquered, here it is written, then you will get real wealth. If you conquer some king in this world, another king, then you will get some money, some servants, and some land like this. But when you will conquer mind, then you will attain the actual wealth, that which Sanatana Goswami also told him, yes, that is greater wealth, that Krishna Prema. This wealth is our requirement, so Arjuna will attain that. Of course, he's playing the pastime, he's already having Sakya Prema, but playing the pastime of being conditioned soul to give us teachings, so that by sadhana bhakti, sincere sadhana bhakti, we can conquer our mind, our false ego, everything, we can subdue and realize our real self in relation to Krishna and awaken transcendental divine love for Krishna, which is the actual wealth and highest wealth, our real requirement, because that is the only thing which can really make us happy. What is the use of having so much money but you are not happy? Always in tension. We are earning money to be happy, but if we are not getting happiness, then what is the use? Happiness is our requirement. Happiness is Supreme Lord. We can have Supreme Lord through service. So that is we have to do. So tomorrow we'll see whether this camera will work or not. Otherwise, this old one I can use. Tomorrow is holy day, 2 Vaishnavas disappearance. We'll hear about that. Hari Bol.